Excuse me. So today I got a little bag here. I'm going to show you what's in the bag. Let's see what we got here. Right here, this is called the Clifton Files, right? That's Clifton Files. It's number 1. Bad book, very bad book. Bad book. We have Clifton Files number 2. It's not quite as bad as number 1. And Clifton Files number 3. The Tablets of Tron, The Adventures of Waldheim, and Forestville, better known as The Adventures of Forestville. What else is in the bag? Oh my God, look at this. My pocket protector. Oh, I gotta have a pocket protector. Oh, that looks good, yes. All right, let's see what else we got here. Holy shit. Oh my God. Look at that. A purple bow tie. Oh, everyone can do a purple bow tie, but I think I got it. Oh, that looks good. Whew. Oh my God, what's here? You guys are gonna like this. You're gonna love this. There it is. My name is McGriff the Crime Dog. My mission is top secret. If my quandaries are a test where the mission is a quest, then I'm out there, undercover for the most part. I have no clue what is around the next corner, and even here upon a page at this stage in some literature, there's no cure for what matter woes, or how the story goes. The poetic nature of my work is revealed with artifice and geriatric. My panic attacks get swept under the rug, and marijuana is my favorite drug. The work I do is not easy. A sheetrocker is what I am, but many would argue that I'm little more than a troglodyte incapable of little else. So ergo, the mission is a quest. I'm not so sure anymore. My goal is to amuse the mind with a barrage of my folios, those pages of manuscript. I get lost in the language and the endings elude me. I travel to the precipice and beyond in search of a paradigm shift with a rift in the mechanism of legalities, where metaphor and neutrality to a cause can give rise to pause and consideration in this capitalistic nation. I must be very careful though, because if the piece of work that I'm lost in is too far gone, not even I can stand it. I pick it up and I have to put it down. I don't want to put it down. I want to find the very best of my best, and I know that won't be easy. It needs to be well-rounded, and when I say it, I mean the compilation of my short stories and my poetry. I wish there was a way to find a plot, what I've got, but there's not, I don't deny it. The structural language gets out of whack, and I'm quite positive that I lack character development. But what I don't lack is a war of words. Knowledge of the English language helps to form a case, and I never quite know for sure if I've got one. I mull it over, then surmise where the gist applies, and no one denies that I'm only human. That means that eventually I have to live with the flaws in my art. Do you know where we are? I'm here with you. If we drive in your car, I thought you knew. I watched the lights turn green, you looked around. So when the walls caved in, that awful sound. When I think back again to where we were, the walls keep caving in. I'm almost sure it's like it was a dream, and you were there, and I could hear you scream. I just don't care. Do you know where we are? Here with you, in your car. Thought you knew. I watched the lights turn green. You looked around, soon the walls caved in with that awful sound. When I think back again to where we were, the walls keep caving in. I'm sure it's like it was a dream. You were there, I could hear you scream. I just don't care. Come back again, I need to know if it was just a dream. It scares me so. I sat in the big chair. I read to my therapist. Dr. Brooklyn Moorwater, force villain Stambu. He knew right away that it wasn't like his other clients. I was fighting for liberty's sake with my take on fake justice. And as I read my stories to Dr. Moorwater, I didn't understand the power of a pen, but I knew the story of a man. And I sat down one day with a tablet of paper and something to say and began to write. That was almost 13 years ago now, and to be honest, it feels like none of it ever happened. As crazy as it was, it had nothing on how crazy it would get. Turns out that my vision was a quest beyond the quandary of a test to know tomorrow. But I can never know tomorrow in a war of words. I didn't want to cause any pain, so I changed everybody's name and wrote poetry for a cause. Beyond the broken laws with claws to mitigation, was fighting for my world and starting with this nation I would call Zambezi. The Zambezi Federation is a nation on the continent of Zambezi. On the planet Rawhead in the galaxy of chaos, to be more specific. It would have been a whole lot easier back on Earth, but suddenly there were alternative facts to contend with, and I didn't feel like I could compete with flat Earth. So I conjured up this faraway galaxy for a mortal beyond a portal and a neon blast cast into forever. And the more I wrote, the more I realized that I didn't know what I was doing and that it never would be a novel. Avery Whitebird clued me in one day. He told me all the rules of writing, and all I ever wanted to do was break all of them in a piece of work that would shatter expectation. It wouldn't be a novel. It would be novel. Simply amusing, nothing more. There would be no story to follow from point A to point B, and since the whole of it was based on autobiography, the end wouldn't be for me to write. Somebody else would look at the body of work and say, well, the old crime dog is dead. I guess we can put the exclamation on his point now and put it to bed. And so with that, the foundation is set. I have dug my footings and pulled the story out of the ground. It's time to build the stem wall so that this house of words has something to rest on. Then I'd like to build walls and install windows to look out of. And before I'm through, I'd like a roof to cover the literary home of my work. And when I step outside, the landscape is waiting to be adorned on a world so alive that definition is almost unobtainable. Now all that remains is the search for what goes where, so I can put it there, in that special place.